Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. How you doing? Let me adjust this. Let me adjust it a little bit. Yeah. Good morning. How you doing? Yes, I know that I put 8 a.m. to this live stream, but I chose to come out earlier than 8 a.m. because I know these people. By that 8 a.m., they are ready to come and start flagging. Good morning, how you doing? How is work? How is family? Still in the moment of the passing on of Pastor Oluwafemi Jimoh. God rest his soul. May he rest in perfect peace. May all that he has left behind be taken care of by God. And they be provided for. Yes, this morning is going to be a long. Myself and Auntie Adoni were talking yesterday. And not just her, some other persons too called me. And I started the classified information that I have concerning Pastor Femi Jimoh and some of the people that surround Funke. Is Olufunmilola Oguntoyinbo. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? You're welcome. You're welcome. Please help me click on the like button so that they won't be able to truncate our flow this morning. Yes. So, they were telling me that you have quite a lot of information. You need to expose this. You need to expose. I said, let us calm down. Let us take our time. Momo wara lemi. I know let me translate that for my non-Yoruba listeners. I know the behavior of my neighbor. No be today. So I told them, I said, based on what Funke came to do day before yesterday, I wouldn't want to throw out all the entire information within my possession that I know that she cannot handle it and that and I will show it to you. Even Femi Jimoh knew that Funke was predictable. Bolu, highly predictable. Somebody was talking to me this morning that on their Telegram group, they are insulting you, they are talking about you, they are doing this, they are doing that. And that Bolu was grandstanding there, giving them all kinds of confidence and terminologies. Please help me like the show. Say Bolu was giving them all kinds of encouragement there, and she was bragging and boasting. I told the person, I said, confidence is not loud. Confidence is not loud. Maturity doesn't shout. Just a minute, please. It's gonna be a long walk, so let me connect my phone so that battery problem doesn't disturb us. So I told the person, I said, maturity is very calm. Confidence is not loud. When you see mature people, they don't brag. They do not brag at all. Sorry, it's gonna shake a little bit. Let me adjust my tripod. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So I told the person, I said, confidence is not loud. All those things she's doing. Má lọ sọ pé o ṣe nǹkan tó máa dùn mí bẹ́ẹ̀. Kó wá sọ fún mi pé o ṣẹjọ́ mọ́ o ṣẹjọ́ mọ́ o. Má lọ sọ pé o ṣẹjọ́ mọ́ o. Kìdìkan. My dear, maybe because you are still young. Dẹ̀ tí bá àwọn challenges kan pàdé rí. Ẹni ìjà ò bá ló ń pèrè lọ́kùnrin. It is he who has not seen a war before that will say, let there be war, let there be war. Those who experienced the Biafran war, they never pray that such a thing should exist again. I remember Baba Emeka, one of my uncle's tenants back at Bariga. The bullet hole is still in his leg like this. He used to show it to us every time. Whenever they were discussing politics then, and they say, let everybody scatter, let everyone scatter. He would say, my brother, you have no. He would say, I fought in the civilian war. He said they were roasting lizard. They were eating it. At some point, lizard became scarce because there was no food. The Nigerian soldiers, the Nigerian government had blocked the inflow of food. So a lot of the guys were going through hunger, serious hunger. He said he never prayed that he should experience that kind of thing again. And that was the message, because Funke came to play a script on Maureen's show yesterday. I listened to it this morning. She said they said Richard posted Femi Jimoh's voice notes. I have not even listened to it. Funke, irọ́ ẹ pọ̀. Irọ́ ẹ ó pọ̀. Irọ́ ẹ ó pọ̀. You have not listened to what? The thing that I have posted on my page since yesterday. In fact, Funke then brought one. She said, Sister Maureen, I have sent the one that Femi Jimoh sent to me about Richard. I have forwarded it to you. Maybe you should play it. Maybe you should play it. I know you, Funke. Had it been what Femi Jimoh said there was seriously against me, you would have posted it on your page. In fact, you would have done a show on it. You would have done a show on it. And then Maureen too said, They use AI to doctor a lot of things these days. So yeah, I have posted it on my page, on my YouTube page. It is there. Go and download it and put it to your AI test. There is more. That one is just one. Oku Nebonro. That one is just one. That's just one out of. And then she played it. I'm going to say, what is he saying there? What is he saying there? Femi Jimo was even warning you there. And even yesterday, Maureen had to warn you. The same way Pastor Jegede that Femi Jimo mentioned in the voice note that he did to me, warned you. Everybody keeps warning you to live their lives alone. The same way Yewande's father warned her to stay away from you. He just didn't want to mention your name. He told Yewande, stay away from social media. Yewande's dad he's an elderly man. He was just referring to you. He was just stylishly referring to you. I will play a lot of stuff this one. Even the voice note that Funke said Femi Jimo forwarded to her, that Femi Jimo did. The voice note that Femi Jimo did and forwarded to Funke, I have uploaded it on my page. I am a transparent person. Even where it is my fault, I will admit it. Even where I am faulty, I will admit it. Funke, you are the one that is all-knowing, all-perfect. Your family is perfect. Your marriage is perfect. Your children are perfect. Your finances are perfect. Everything is perfect. Perfect. We are pencils in the hands of God. We are like a pot in the hand of the molder. God is still molding us. And that's one of the reasons why we will be confident to come out and even talk about our imperfections. Regina Sparkle, good morning, man. Good morning. Good morning. You see all the way that Bolu is shouting, pepper body. It is a sign of immaturity. It is a sign of fear. It is a sign of lack of wisdom and understanding. It is a sign of absence of leadership traits. And I learned this particular thing from politicians. Look at Buhari, for example. We used to call Buhari the late president, former president of Nigeria, late General Muhammadu Buhari. We used to call him Baba Go Slow because he used to take a lot of time before he took decisions. But look at the present president, Tinubu. On the day of his inauguration, that day, the fuel in my car was already within the red region. I was just lazy to go and buy fuel because the petrol station was very far from my house. So I was thinking maybe the following day when I will be going out, I will buy. Then Tinubu mounted the podium that day and said, subsidy is gone. As soon as he said subsidy is gone, I listened to his speech and I was like, okay, subsidy is gone. That means these people might soon start changing fuel price By the time I would step out to go and buy fuel, it had risen from, I think, 170 to 500 naira. That day, I appreciated the virtue of patience. I appreciated the virtue of patience. An elderly person, a mature person, they will really take decisions in haste. They take their time. And look at what Tinubu threw the entire economy into wahala. And that was what he had to, instead of him to have entered the office and relaxed a little bit before he began his first day in office with economic issues. Please help me click on the like button, please. They are flagging. They are here. They are flagging. I told them 8 a.m. and they are here. That's one of the reasons why I started earlier than usual. You know, so patience, confidence, they are signs of maturity. And patience is one of the part of the fruit of the spirit anyway. Somebody served you a sister. Uncle Tife asks, good morning. Good morning, you're welcome. Good morning. Daryl Hollenbach, you're welcome. Somebody served you a cease and desist letter. Take your time. Is it even compulsory that people online know? And that is the foundation for a lot of things that I'm going to discuss today. That's the foundation for a lot of things that Funke does. The social media dopamine. Yes, that's the exact word I was looking for. The social media dopamine. Ony's Coco. All right, Ony's Coco, you're welcome. You're welcome. Now then they fear now. Now then they fear. Yes, Regina Sparkle. Now then they fear. He whose hands are clean fears no scrutiny. Ony's Coco, hi, I'm good. Thank you. If your hand no dirty, you don't go fear. Bible says the righteous is as bold as a lion. The righteous is as bold as a lion. More so, in as much as I've been trying to avoid talking negatively about Femi Jimo. When you listen to the voice notes in the one is sent to Funke, you will understand the bias, the imbalance, the two-facedness. The two-facedness. And that is what we are discussing this morning. The game of envy, greed, jealousy, and manipulation. You see, people like me, people like Bawura, we found ourselves in the midst of that war. We didn't know there was an ongoing war. Just like Auntie Adonis said yesterday, you know, then I just left Mountain of Fire. I was at home. You know, you can imagine the height at which I was at Mountain of Fire. And now I was at home, not belonging to any church yet, not having any invite. Still mourning. I was still in the mourning mood of the fact that I just left my high office. I just stepped down from my high horse. And then, okay, it is Uncle T Life Hacks. Oh, sorry. My apologies. I think this is the second time you'll be telling me this. It is Uncle T life hacks. All right. Noted. My bad. Just as Brashagi will say, my bad. I was still mourning the fact that I just left Mountain of Fire. And then Funke called. And she was like, she was hearing the sound of the kids at home. What are they doing at home? They've not been able. Okay, only. They are flagging also. Just a minute, please. Somebody just called me. You didn't follow my story that time. I will just say it briefly. A lot of people have confused it. The major reason why I left MFM is the fact that I wanted to do my own style of music. If not, there was no reason for me to have left MFM. I was still telling somebody yesterday. Madam Joy, good morning, ma. You're welcome, ma. I was still telling somebody yesterday. I said there was no FM was doing the style of music that I really wanted. Please let me make this call. Just a minute, please. The person has been calling me and I need to. Carol, Alpha. Adúpẹ́ mo ń ṣe program ó ti fi kọ́lẹ̀ já program mi. I'm live. Any emergency? Right. So sorry. It was a very important call. So my major reason was, I was working with the general overseer, the number one man, and it is properly stated, well stated in the doctrines of the church. Drum sets are not allowed. Talking drums are not allowed. Thank you, ma. Madam Joy, thank you, ma. Drum sets are not allowed. Simply Precious, you're welcome. Drum sets are not allowed. Talking drums are not allowed. They are against the doctrine of the church. And this, I being a singer, more especially, that was my own style of singing. So I had been doing it privately, hiding it. They will invite me to parties. I will go with drum sets and talking drums, but I will tell my cameraman, please don't cover it. But you will be hearing it from the sound. And it was putting me into a lot of trouble, and I was hiding to do it. And I didn't really like that. So at some point, I made up my mind, like, there's no point disrespecting Mountain of Fire, disrespecting Dr. Olukoya. Because I saw it as a form of disrespect. If I'm doing what I'm not supposed to do, if I'm doing it behind you and I can't do it in front of you, and I am your right hand man, it's like I don't believe in your dream. It's like I don't believe in your vision. And so I thought, instead of falling into trouble every now and then, let me just excuse myself. So that was the major reason why. Other issues that happened around them, there were issues that had been happening, suspension, arguments with senior ministers, colleagues. Those were normal issues that used to happen. And I could have just simply waited. Even after the suspension letter, I knew who to go and meet. By God's grace, I had access to all the assistant general overseers. They loved me like their son. In those days, whenever I was broke, unannounced, I would I would go to their offices, knock, and they will never say, Richard, oh yeah, leave empty-handed. They loved me like a son. All of them. All of them. So I could have approached them, Daddy, I've messed up. Oh, please, sir. Gio has placed me on suspension. And do you know the way I used to ask them? If Gio placed me on suspension like that, and you know, when in MFM, once you are on suspension, your salary is stopped pending that time. At least that puts you on more pressure, under more pressure for you to quickly try and resolve the matter. So pending that time, I will go to any of the AGOs. Daddy, I'm broke. I'm on suspension. I'm broke. What did you do? This. Daddy, are you this guy? Oh yeah. Well, let's go and see Daddy Gio. And gradually, they will help me resolve it. But I already made up my mind then that I want to go and play talking drums. Hi, Yomi. You're welcome. Good morning. So that was the major reason. Other underlying factors were just excuses for me to leave. Yeah. So let's go back to our matter. I hope I've been able to answer your question. Who asked the question the other time? Oyins Coco. Yeah. If you have any other question, please type it. I will answer concerning this matter, concerning myself, concerning MFM, at least the ones that I have information about. I will answer you here. That's why we are here. So, everything that you can see online that surrounds Funke, Maureen, Asabe, Bolu, Femi Jimo and Co, Yoruba Gidi, they are all a game of envy, greed, jealousy, and manipulation. I like what Aproko did. And Funke, please, stop messing up that name. Early this morning that you called into Maureen's show, you were still calling that name as Apoko. Apoko. It's not Apoko. It is Aproko. Aproko with spice. Aproko. Do you know what they call Aproko? Biburun. Gossip. That's what Aproko means. Yes, understood. Oyins Coco said, yes, understood. It is better to follow your own vision and dream than another person's own. Your own kind of music is different from their ministry. There is no problem in following another person's vision if your vision aligns with their own. There's no problem in following another person's vision if yours align with their own. I wouldn't have left MFM for anything. I wouldn't have left for any reason. Had it been that the kind of music I was doing was not putting me into trouble there, I wouldn't have left for any reason. I was at the top. I was enjoying myself. I had access. But if you had explained to the GO why you needed to leave, I think he would have understood. Okay, Simply Precious said, if you had explained to the GO why you needed to leave, I think he would have understood. Just my thoughts, but it's fine. Thank God you are restored back to God. We thank God. You know, even the GO himself will regularly say then that there are certain things God told him about MFM that are non-negotiable. They are non-negotiable. He said, but there are some that he can still bend around them. Issues like wearing of earrings, wearing of trousers, wearing wig, doing makeup. He said he used to say it regularly. They are non-negotiables. And it doesn't sound well when they say who went to play drum set there today. It is Gio's personal singer. I was just even one of the singers in the regions, because I know that some of the singers within at the regions were doing it, those that were not really popular like that. But due to my own level of popularity as at then, it would have looked like, see, the man that is working for the main man is the one that is still breaking the law. And it would have led to a level of anarchy. Yes, they would have been using it to speak against him. Hayemi said, I just believe following your dreams requires no apology. Please, soar higher. Yes, it wouldn't have required, I wouldn't have been apologizing up and down if Funke did not hijack my situation. And that's part of what I was saying, that myself and Bawura and even people like Yewande, Joy Igene, Akpeji, they don't fully understand what they are into yet. Somebody like, it took some time for the whole thing for the veil to be removed from my own sight. But as at that time, it had become difficult for me to turn back. And I was looking for excuses. I was looking for a serious fight between me and Funke for me to say no. I was no longer interested. Because as at then, I knew this woman's agenda was no longer about, how she approached me was, you guys must be going through a tough time now. Okay, no problem. I will be your support system pending the time that you will regain. Lukutu Pim Pim, good morning. You're welcome. pending the time, let me sing that story. Lukutu Pim Pim Pim. Pending the time that she told me, like, let me be your support system. Pending the time that you will regain stability and then move on with your musical career. But one major factor that I noticed was any little thing, social media. Any little thing, social media. Police came to arrest me from Alagbon. He called my wife. Oh yeah, go and do video. Post on social media. Issue with Bawura on social media. Femi Jimo and Co. And that's one of the major reasons why I'm here. Femi Jimo and Co. They already got the ruling at the courts, at Lagos State High Court, under the Honorable Justice A.O. Williams. Several... Madam Aproko, you're welcome. Okay, no longer not anymore Aproko with spies. Now Aproko with cruise. Because the first time Auntie Adoni will mention your page, it used to be Aproko with spies, and that was when I followed. And that has been the name that I retained. I was still saying it a few moments ago. Funke came to mess up your name again, Apoko. It's not Apoko. Somebody should help us teach her. Auntie Funke, it's not Apoko. It is Aproko. Please, stop messing up that name. So as I was saying, what she was promising me then was, don't worry. And that was one of the major reasons why I approached her too. Like, they were both popular in MFM then, and they had left for some years, and we were friends on Facebook, so I was seeing a few of their posts. I was already watching Let's Talk Marriage with Funke, So I was like, this should be very good people. The fact that Funke, your bestie, yeah, she is indeed, she's your bestie. They mess up my GoFundMe. That one gets to me all the time. That reminds me, Auntie Funke, my GoFundMe money is still with you. You know, the same way you usually hold on to Dr. Lukoya regularly. I'm holding on to you again now, please. Auntie Funke, can you help me send my over $3,000 that you collected as GoFundMe with my name? Madam Joy, I thank God, man. I thank God, man. The others are learning the hard way. They are learning the hard way. I just thank God that I'm on this other side right now. Because right now, if I did been, I was still there now, it would have been way, way more difficult for me to leave now. So the whole plan, the entire plan was for them, herself and her husband, to be like a support structure, a guide, counselors for us to stabilize back, you know, until issues started happening and any little thing, social media. And she will always make a statement. If you don't, the only solution to this is for you to go and expose them. If you don't expose them, they will continue to deal with you. I mean, too, I was, yes, so justice for my GoFundMe. Over $3,000. No be small money. That if she should hand over that money to me now, it will do something. It will do a lot. You know, she will always say, put it on social, say this on social media so that they can leave you alone. But Richard, yeah, this one that you are doing slowly, you are dragging. If it is when you put it on social media, that's when they will leave you alone. So me too, I was buying it. You know, he who pays the piper dictates the tune. So I wouldn't want to exonerate myself 100% from that, because I was not underaged and I was not a kid. I was enjoying the funds that she was supplying. Therefore, I couldn't say no. Had it been, I had not started the social media thing against MFM, probably I would have still been a little bit stabilized, because there were still a lot of people in MFM who were not aware that I had left, and they would have continued to invite me. But as soon as I started doing the social media thing, all invites from MFM just went. So I was left between the devil and the deep blue sea. So I had no choice. Whatsoever she said I should do, I had to do. If not, we wouldn't have money to eat in the house. We wouldn't have money to eat in the house. So at that point, I knew that I had to do this woman's bit. So I just continued. So I blame myself too in that aspect. But the whole thing, looking back at it now, somebody was envious of Dr. Olukoya. Somebody was jealous of Dr. Olukoya. Like, look at this man at this height, enjoying this kind of grace and favor. Yet, ordinary branch, just give us here. He wouldn't give. Let's turn his ministry upside down. Femi Jimo said something in that voice note. I wouldn't want to play it again, not so as not to take your time. Femi Jimo said, "This woman is dangerous." So I posted it on my page. The voice note is on my page. The one Femi Jimo sent to me. He said, "This woman is dangerous." So because as at that time, as at that point, Femi Jimo had realized. And that voice note Femi Jimo sent to me was May this year. As soon as I got back from the correctional center, and I granted an interview with Auntie Adoni, and Funke came out all blazing. So at some point, I didn't want to respond, but at some point, listening to her, watching what she was saying, I had to start responding. So Femi Jimo noticed and reached out to me that no, I should stop it. I shouldn't do it. Shebi Funke had assisted me financially in the past, blah, 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 blah. I said, you go and watch what she's been saying about me. By the time I have other voice notes now where Femi Jimo said, all the things that woman released, they are plenty, oh. They are plenty, oh. And Femi Jimo told me too. Okay, Madam Aproka, I should replay the voice note. Okay, I'll do that. That there are plenty, oh. Then Femi Jimo was blaming me to the Brad Richard, you too, you spoke too much about Dr. Lukoya. No. You spoke too much. I still have those voice notes with me. So let me play the voice note that Femi Jimo sent to me. And I will also play the one that Funke herself, that Femi Jimo sent to Funke. Madam Joy again said, why is she so bitter? Unfortunately, people can't see through her. I hope you one day will listen to Voice of Reasoning and stop following her. At this point in time, whosoever is still following her, they should just continue following her until they follow her into that ditch. Look at all the braggadocious display of Bolu. Is it those insults that will go and settle the matter in the court? No. It's about going there to prove all the things you have alleged. And I think she, being a lawyer, should even be more cautious of the things she's been saying. Can you prove all these things? Can you? Can you? Where greed came in, some of them are doing all these things for online gains. For online gains. And they wouldn't want it to stop. And that was what happened between Maureen and Bawura. Bawura was calling in on Maureen's show. I was listening then. As soon as Bawura had issues, Maureen ignored him. It pained Bawura a lot. Yes, Femi sent voice note to Funke. You know, that was what when Bolu called in on Funke's show 2 days ago. That was what Bolu was saying, that maybe there was a particular voice note that Femi sent to herself and Funke. And I was expecting her to play it, but she could not play it. She had to send it to Maureen yesterday night, early this morning, for Maureen to help her play it. And the usual Funke that I know, she doesn't joke with that kind of thing. She would have quickly displayed it. Even the voice note that Femi Jimo sent to me, Funke was telling Maureen that she has not listened to it. Which is not true. Femi Jimo called Funke dangerous inside that voice note. Let's listen to the voice note that Femi Jimo sent to Funke first. Then we'll come back and listen to the one Femi Jimo sent to me. I've posted it already on my YouTube page too. You can go and listen to it more later, but let's listen to it now.
Ekaroma. Lesuma. Ekudumeta. Timbankpe. Timoko. Konshetija. I have my reason. And because of my health issue.
Femi Jimo said, if I have not been calling you, it's not because we are fighting. It is based on my health issue. Because as at that point, they were no longer talking. And I will tell you the reason why they were no longer talking. Femi Jimo asked for money. I'll come back and give you details. Femi Jimo asked for money to be a witness in Funke Ashekun's matter at the Maryland courts. Even how the whole thing, that video where Femi Jimo had a whole lot of things plugged on his body was Femi Jimo was not actually sick that day. Let me clear that before I go ahead with this voice note. That day, Femi Jimo had called me and we had spoken at length, and he had promised to send money to me. He said that I should drop my account details, that he thinks he felt led to give me something, which I did. So, a few minutes after I finished, I was done talking to Femi Jimo, Funke called me and forwarded Femi Jimo's that video where Femi Jimo had a lot of things attached to his body. I wanted to display it, but for community whatever sake, because they've been dealing with my page too. So Funke forwarded it to me and said, Richard, see, Femi Jimo is at the hospital again. And there was a guy saying there that he's in a critical condition now. They need this, they need money to do this and do that. So I told Funke that but I just finished talking to Femi Jimo now. Funke said, really? I said, yes. And we just finished speaking, and it was not sounding like somebody that was sick. He even promised, he even said I should send my account details, that I was going to send money to me. Funke said, really? I said, yes. Funke said I should please help her call Femi Jimo right there as we were speaking, that she wouldn't talk on the phone. So I called Femi Jimo and we spoke again. So I just gave him one excuse, like, yeah, sorry, I forgot to ask about something. So Funke had Femi Jimo speaking fluently and healthily. So I cut the phone and Funke was angry. So Funke refused to send money. But I think Femi Jimo probably did not know, or probably he knew, because after that, maybe Funke later went to tell him. Because I noticed that after that time, Femi Jimo did not call me for a very long time, which was unusual. Remember the interview on Yoruba Gidi where they said CSO visited Babalawo to go and do protection. Do you have any idea if that was also part of the lies they cooked up? We are going to get there. Right now, Femi Jimo is still in court with CSO. And for the past few months, according to information in my care, the courts have been asking Femi Jimo to provide the son of the Babalawo, and he has not been able to do so. Even if you notice, inside that interview, they blurred the face of the son of the Babalawo. Why? Why? I am not saying it's not true. I am not saying it is true. But if it is true, why did you have to blur? At first, I thought like, but I think Asabe later told me that because they don't want them to be following, to start looking for the gap. I was like, you said there's a court ruling. And they said the guy actually came to court to testify. So why is he afraid of testifying openly again if there's already an existing court ruling? So they said they've not been able to provide the son of the Babalawo at the court since, and the court has been waiting. So back to the story. So Femi Jimoh did not call me for a long period. And you know, Funke in her usual manner, I wouldn't be surprised if she had gone to him. I asked, you know, she likes to do those things as if she's a boss. That day, I asked Richard to call you, and you didn't know he was calling you. Blah, blah, blah. No, you know my neighbor's behavior. So Femi Jimoh did not call me for a very long time. But eventually, she told me that she was very angry with Femi Jimoh. In fact, that day, she was cursing him. That after all the help she rendered to him, that Femi Jimoh was demanding was it 2 million naira or 20 million naira? Maybe, I think it was 2 million naira for him to be a witness, for him to be on Funke's list of witnesses. And the same thing that Bawura said yesterday, that Asabe used to curse Femi Jimoh. Yes, Asabe had done that several times on our phone calls. So I'm going to say this. Since they have been trying to say we are lying, we are trying to paint the dead black, because Funke was the one that came to run cruise with Femi Jimoh's passing on. Asabe told me unequivocally and severally, he used to say it several times, that Olori Buruku ni Femi Jimoh kò lè kúre, that he wouldn't die a good death. He used to the same way when Maureen interviewed Joy Igene. Asabe had done Joy Igene's interview. In fact, he had sent all those interviews into my email, but I deleted them. Maureen to do an interview for Joy. After doing interview for Joy, Maureen wanting to use the interview to resuscitate her YouTube page. I don't know how Maureen had spoken to Joy or manipulated Joy. Joy, please help me like this show. They are flagging me. Joy Igene faced Asabe and said Asabe must not release the interview with him. Why? Joy Igene said she wanted to see the interview. She wanted to watch the interview again. Asabe said no. It is against his own rules. So Asabe said so Joy Igene said if Asabe should release the interview, she was going to sue him. So the week that Maureen was arrested in Lagos, Maureen was supposed to leave that weekend back to UK. Funke had told me that Maureen was going to release our interview with Joy on Monday from UK. But because of what Joy did, Asabe felt it was Maureen that must have spoken to Joy to hinder his own release of the interview. So Asabe was cursing Maureen. In fact, he told me that he went to do a particular against Maureen, and that Maureen was going to end up shamefully. He said it the same way Asabe used to curse Femi Jimoh. And let me come clean on that matter with Asabe. Lizzie, you're welcome. Asabe was very angry, and that's where the issue of greed came in. Asabe was very angry because that interview that Yoruba Gidi did for Femi Jimoh and his guys, you know, Yoruba Gidi pasted Femi Jimoh's account details there. It was Femi Jimoh's interview that was first released. And one of the things they do, let me tell you now, one of the things they do is they will tell you to cry during the interview, which was what went wrong with Joy Igene. Joy Igene said she was not going to cry. It created problem between, while Asabe was mentally preparing Joy Igene for her interview, said, as you speak to a particular level, you should start crying so that people's sentiments can be welled up, and then by the time we post your account details, people will be moved to contribute. That was what they did during Femi Jimoh's time. If you notice, Yewande too shed some crocodile tears, and Asabe was wiping her tears, using hand to do her hair. He's telling her, sorry, you are great. Sorry, you are great. You are going places. Sorry, you are a wonder. Sorry, you are signs and wonders. Now, so Asabe the script am. All that is Asabe's. All that has Asabe written all over it. Where was I safe? So Asabe used to curse Femi Jimoh that because Yoruba Gidi pasted Femi Jimoh's account details, that Femi Jimoh collected over 50 million naira. This is not what Asabe told me once, not twice, not 3 times. Asabe practically used to call me every morning. We used to talk every morning. So he said Femi Jimoh collected over 50 million naira. And this was what Asabe told me. And that the first few months when that money landed, after the interview with Yoruba Gidi, that Femi Jimoh did not go to rent a house, did not go to buy a house, that Femi Jimoh checked into a hotel. And that Femi Jimoh, okay, you actually thought Asabe was a good person. Well, so I thought too. That Femi Jimoh was lodged in a hotel for months and there was ordering all kinds of girls, Asabe told me. It is obvious they don't understand the legal implications of those interviews they scripted. Yes. So Asabe was like, Femi Jimoh was doing all kinds of ladies in the hotel, that he was paying for hotel, eating hotel food, and doing all kinds of ladies in the hotel, that Femi Jimoh should have at least given him part of the money. And that Femi Jimoh did not settle Mr. Caleb and Henry properly. But, Henry was closer to Femi Jimoh than Mr. Caleb. That's another side of the story. Henry and Femi Jimoh were much more closer than with Mr. Caleb. In fact, Asabe said the day they wanted to grant Femi Jimoh the second interview, there was one interview that Femi Jimoh sat down with Yoruba Gidi in the open. There was another one he did inside a room like that. It was a hotel room. He said that particular day that they had set up in the hotel room, and Femi Jimoh came and called him that. So he said he sent his wife to go and pick Femi Jimoh downstairs. This is not what Asabe told me once, twice, or 3 times, or 4 times, or 5 times. We used to talk every morning. Any morning that I didn't have energy to talk, I wouldn't pick his call, because the talk will go on for nothing less than an hour. So he said, by the time his wife will go and bring Femi Jimoh from downstairs upstairs, that between walking from the gate downstairs of the hotel to upstairs of the room where they were going to conduct the interview for Femi Jimo, that Femi Jimo had toasted his wife, that Femi Jimo didn't know that that was his Asabe's wife, and he had quickly toasted her. Asabe told me. And that's one of the reasons why I was saying it yesterday. And that's one of the reasons why I was saying it yesterday. That I didn't want to, I only wanted to address Funke. That I didn't want to talk about Femi Jimo at all. When monies were being contributed, a lot of things happened. Exactly. Olegbe, Olegba. It was an opportunistic thing. And Asabe was counseling Femi Jimo and his guys that the money that MFM gave them, I think probably Femi Jimo was given, was it 5 million? And Mr. Caleb maybe 3 million, or maybe Femi Jimo was given 3 million and Mr. Caleb 2 million. Asabe was insisting, you know, Henry was not a staff of, was not related to MFM in any way, so that one was not given any form of compensation. So I think Asabe was insisting that they shouldn't collect that money, that they should collect more, like maybe 500 million. They should ask for 500 million, and eventually it will be brought down to 50 million. But just as Bawura said yesterday, Femi Jimo went ahead to collect that check. So Asabe was really angry with Femi Jimo. Asabe was always cursing Femi Jimo. In fact, Asabe said he took them around some churches where, apart from the online money, they still contributed to them from all those churches. And that Femi Jimo, he said that I think there was a particular place they went, they contributed, was it 1 point something million? No, 2 point, either 3 million or so. And that Femi Jimo only settled Mr. Caleb 300,000. So those things were happening behind the scene while they were painting the picture of those things were happening. All those Olegba were happening behind the scene. But at the forefront, they were shouting, Olukoya ho, Olukoya he, Olukoya ho, Olukoya he. Also, Madam Funke in the abroad was telling me, Shuri, it is this Olukoya matter that I will use to collect, to get my asylum, to obtain my family's green card, and that eventually when she wins, CNN was going to interview her. In my own case, you know, as a creative, as somebody who composes songs, who writes songs, who knows what it takes for people to accept you before you can start rising the ladder, I understood what it was to build things. So my own agenda was not, we want to come online to destroy somebody. No, my own agenda was trying to build my own thing. So my brain was not tilting towards, let's see how we can bring down Dr. Olukoya. No, I did not even say, Lily Lizzie said, we can accuse others, but who is clean? Oh, God will judge everyone. Yes. That's why the Bible says, if God is marking sin, who can stand? Who can stand? So, Madam Funke, that was her own agenda. Asabe, his own agenda was, these guys are making money, at least they should give me a lion's share of it. They should give me my own share of it. And Femi Jimo, and Asabe used to say that, that imagine, the day he asked Femi Jimo for money, Femi Jimo was saying, that he asked Femi Jimo to come and grant another interview. And Femi Jimo was asking him for money. And he was telling Femi Jimo that, I'm the one that's supposed to be asking you for money. Look at all the money they've contributed to you guys. You've not even given me anything. And he said Femi Jimo told him that, all the ones that you guys posted on YouTube, YouTube was paying you. And he would say, ṣe ń gbọ́ Fẹ́mi Jímọ̀ yẹn olórí burúkú èèyàn olùlòṣì má ṣàǹfààní ẹni tí ò ní kú ikú gbóná ló máa kú this that. So that's the nature of those guys that you see. And that's how, as at that point, I was beginning to reason like, kí ni mo wọ̀ yìí, kí mo kó sí. Funke is looking at getting her own asylum and green card. Asabe is looking at, we are making money from this thing. In fact, Asabe almost interviewed me. I was the one that just told him that, okay, this aproko is fitting your belly. I was the one that was telling him, Oga, I am still in court. Calm down. Step by step. Let us get victory first. I will do the interview. If not, una for don't see my own face safe for Asabe channel, where I go down they speak against Dr. Lukoya. For Bolu, I have no idea what is in it for Bolu. But looking at the way she has adopted Funke's last name now, I can say probably they knew, both of them knew more of what they were doing than we that are based in Nigeria. She dey miss hot pepper soup aproko on Friday morning. Hot pepper soup served in Nigerian dish. I don't know what is in it for Bolu. Because how can you wake up one day and a man that you have never met before, a man that you have never spoken to, you say is the source of your problem? Let's go ahead and listen to the voice notes that Femi Jimo sent to Funke.
So I don't want to put body on anybody. And that's the reason why the little money I have to go to hospital often and often because I had failure. So we did a series of tests. So I was in hospital from November to February before I was discharged. And so till now, I have no contact of anybody because my first boy and not even lawyer. Because when time is going on, you are looking the way things is going on. I believe the lawyer himself will come otherwise. So he has not called me to ask about my health, not even ask me. So that one is part. Mi ò fẹ́ kẹ́ nǹkan tí Richard ń ṣe fún yín. Richard is too small. Everybody, everyone and health know that you have helped Richard. Everybody. Before I even came out, I don't know you. Auntie Funka, I only know your husband. But you have been a nice person. In October, to bury so I'm up you are a passionate woman and compassionate woman.
The reason why Femi Jimo was saying you are a nice woman, compassionate woman, you know, how do you start somebody you say you don't know? How do you start calling her a nice woman, a good woman, compassionate woman? It's because Funke was the orchestrator of that interview that brought Femi Jimo tens of millions of naira. And that's why he was being appreciative there. So let's continue.
So I don't know you. It's only person I give problem to first about that I know. I don't know actually, I don't know anybody. But I've gone in a long way. I just come online. I want to check. And God gave me witness how Richard to desist from all those things. If you want to play prank, face the lawyer and do a play and get out. I understand him very well. So when I understand what him will go through. So please bear with Richard and let's life goes on. Please, but go Richard. About Richard now, social media. But very soon you will hear from me. Taking my drugs seriously because the drug are sick seriously. So thank you. God bless you. God bless you. I got your husband. Happy New Month.
I hope you all heard what he said. Femi Jimo was warning Funke to leave me alone. That me settling with MFM is as a result of what I have experienced at the correctional center. Though that is partly true, but not absolutely true, because at the correctional center, I was in the VIP cell. Funke was sending me some change so that I won't be eating the daily ration. I'll be buying food from the proper canteen, from the VIP canteen. One of the major reasons why I turned back from Funke was that video that Funke did, that she said, keep Richard there, who is coming back to Nigeria. Secondly, that should be the second reason. Firstly, I have been wanting to turn back since last year, because I had realized that Anja Bika Kuko, my own plan was not to start fighting this online war until death do us part. I just wanted to leave, to go and do my music. The major reason why I left MFM was not beginning to materialize. Instead of it to start materializing, we have started delving into go and post this, go and post that. Police carrying me today, me facing one judge tomorrow, like that. And I was getting tired, like, I'm growing older. I've left MFM since 2021, like 5-6 years ago. The major reason why I left, we have not even started it. So it was already getting to me, and I was already looking at how I could turn back. So when they revoked my bail, my brain was already Oga, that means you are going to stay for a longer period here. Okay, let's see how it will go. Let us appeal the ruling. Probably they could lift it. Then Funke came to drop that. Funke came to say what she said, that they should keep me there. That she's not coming to Nigeria. So it was not because of the harshness of the correctional center. That was my third time of going to the correctional center. So I was already used to it. I was already used to the environment. Please, can you still hear me? If you can still hear me, say hi. Because it has happened like that before, that they flagged the show and I just continued talking. But at the end of the day, I realized that I had only done 20-something minutes. If you can still hear me, please type hi, hi, hi. Let's say this show don't go. Okay. Thank you. All right. So let's go back and listen to the voice note that Femi Jimo sent to me. And if you listen there, Femi Jimo was telling Funke, leave Richard alone. Funke know the year word.
Kausa. Ajina Ramaja, Babalom. Gutisheno, Gurimu. I want to I'm not believing the decisions that take you. Koda, Oyon. Tomato, Bibion. Panchewa. Young Babylon, John, too. Motomo. But the woman go to me. Very more. I'm not going to Juara. Rabora boy, Coloma Kerry, about so I wish you the best. So, because also my dangerous.
Did you hear? Femi Jimo said, woman, you dangerous. So, Funke, Femi Jimo referred to you as a dangerous person. Funke, Femi Jimo, go and listen to it. Funke, go and listen to it again on my page. Femi Jimo referred to you as a dangerous person. The same Femi Jimo that came to tell you in a subtle way, said, leave Richard alone. Femi Jimo knew what he was telling you. He just could not say it to your face. He looked at the whole scenario and said, if this guy has decided that he was no longer following you, must you now totally destroy him? Leave him alone. So Femi Jimo had to... I told Femi Jimo, go and watch all the things that Funke was saying about me. So Femi Jimo came back to me and told me that this woman is dangerous.
Doesn't mean I want to bring family on me bounce or don't talk to them. But that doesn't mean we worry on me going. No. Only me should pull him. A bomb to help on school. Member so. That's true. Loro way on she video and forget the course were lying. So we the man Funke. No be fún yín. Gboro mi lórí social media bẹ́ẹ̀ sí lamẹ́ntì ẹ̀ ń kọ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ẹ̀ ń jẹ́gẹ́dẹ́. Tí mo gbéṣẹ́ fún yín ni fásùgbàdì mi mọ̀ mi mọ̀ àti Fúnkẹ́. Lẹ́yìn kó tó ṣe fún wọn.
Femi Jimo said he no send you message. Can you guys see? Àwọn agborodun. The message, the thing that you didn't send them. But you see, to catch cruise, This is an opportunity to gather people again and say, come and see, it's happening. And that's why a lot of times, Funke will not even do her due diligence. She won't do any major finding. She will just see the whole thing on the ferry, and then she's pushing it out there. It is recently that a lot of her premature investigations, her premature allegations are being punched, that she's now calming down. Femi Jimoh said he didn't employ you. He didn't give you anything. He didn't give you anything to do for him. You were the one doing crying more than the bereaved.
Timofun lawyer. He didn't raise any money for me or Auntie Aduni, you should go fund the family. So one glass statement alone against the family. Who does that?
Funke was interviewing Femi Jimoh. Okay, Simply Precious, thank you. Funke was interviewing Femi Jimoh, and Femi Jimoh was talking, pouring out his heart concerning his siblings that are still pastors in Mountain of Fire. I will play the video of one of Femi Jimoh's siblings to you now. Femi Jimoh was telling Funke, thinking that, okay, and I see somebody I can talk to. And Funke was now coming online to come and be using that against Femi Jimoh's siblings that are still at Mountain of Fire.
This was sir. So
can you hear Funke? Femi Jimoh sọ pé òun parọ́. Femi Jimoh is passed on now. He passed on day before yesterday. Funke, Femi Jimoh sọ pé òun parọ́. Olónírọ́ ni ẹ́. Femi Jimoh just said that Funke is a liar. What shame is bigger than this? Yet you are still coming online to
power. Fallacy. That don't grant anybody interview again, please. On Timatimira. So, I'm so it is well with you, sir. Good morning. I really appreciate you.
You see, Femi Jimoh was advising me. He really cared for my safety. He really cared for my sanity, and he was advising me on how to keep myself safe. But Funke wanted to blow up everything. Lafunki cursed his senior brother that is working in MFM. Yes, don't mind that. Let me play the video of Femi Jimoh's senior, one of Femi Jimoh's senior brothers. Okay, Daily Living said, I like this basic analysis of the voice notes. God bless you, sir. Amen. Thank you, Daily Living. Just as Jimoh repeated in the voice note, Aisha shared early today, yes, he stated he doesn't know Ashikun. Agboroduni Funke, it is all about the envy and jealousy that she has for Dr. Olukoya. Because, Maureen was saying it early this morning, that Femi Jimoh only came to ask for the money that the court said they should pay him. If the court, according to the legal system everywhere in the world, if the court has instructed that somebody should pay you some money and the person has not paid, is it by going to the social media that you get justice? It is by going back to that court to remind the person to pay you. So they were the ones that were organizing Femi Jimo and Co. to go on social media. The same way Funke used to tell me then, if you don't cry out, they won't leave you alone. If you don't cry out, they won't pay you. I'm sure he would have told. And Asabe was the one that sent Yoruba Gidi to go and approach them Femi Jimo and Co. So let me play. You know, after some time, Femi Jimo was talking to Funke normally, ordinarily. But Funke was now bringing out some information. You know, she would add her own about just to get at MFM. She started talking a lot of lies about Femi Jimo's big brothers that are in MFM. This is one of them.
This message is for Funke. I like to let you know that for some time now you've been using my name to put crowd on your page. You said I should seek for asylum because they want to kill me. I want to believe that it's you and your courts that are planning to kill me. But let me tell you, Funke, you are defaming my name. It has taken me years to build this name. And I want to warn you to desist. Because if you don't desist, then you are fighting with my God. And my God will arise and fight you back. You claim I was with them when they buried cow in Mountain of Fire Miracle Ministry. I'd like you to provide the evidence of this statement of yours, without which a legal action shall be taken against you. I also ask you to seek for asylum. You also said that I have that Dr. Lukoya is seeking, to revenge because one or two people died. Therefore, I try to avoid him and run away. I like to make this clear that I have a cordial relationship with Dr. Lukoya as my father, as my mentor, as my teacher. I've been in Mountain of Fire since inception. He also said, Mofe by Tommy. That has been my slogan. Those who are giving the information are very, very wrong. The Lord has said to me, the Lord has blessed me beyond even my imagination. God has planted me in Mountain of Fire Miracle Ministry. It is not you or your court that will move me there. I like you to stop this rubbish. I like you to stop this madness. I am just one of many pastors in Mountain of Fire Miracle Ministry. So this madness should stop. Stop. So that you will not see the hunger of the Almighty. Be one.
Do you know that even early this morning, Maureen still told Funke to stop? Maureen still advised her to stop. But me, I know that Funke will not stop. Funke loves the attention. She gloats on the attention. She lives on the, she breathes on the attention is her oxygen. If you are not giving Funke attention, now wahala. In spite of the voice notes that Femi Jimoh did to me, I posted, Funke still came on Maureen's show saying she has not listened to it. Maureen said she will put the voice notes to AI test. Madam Maureen, you have my WhatsApp number. Send me a hi. I will forward the original voice note to you. So you go and put it to AI test. Or just go to my YouTube page. I have posted it there. You find it there. Is it by force? She wants to pani. Attention dioxide instead of carbon dioxide. Thank you, daily living. Funke breathes attention dioxide. Very good concept. Instead of carbon dioxide. You can imagine. Oroloro. Yes. Because she has gone into retirement all this while. As soon as they say Femi Jimoh pipe, is that the time you are supposed to now come and post him in his vulnerable condition? Your own father that pai Funke, could you have displayed your own dad like that on the internet? Femi Jimoh is somebody's dad. Femi Jimoh is somebody's son. Otto Gray said Funke is using the death of Femi to chase clouds. What a being. You can imagine. You came to display that man in that kind of condition. And he has children. You guys can imagine. Funke went ahead to post her chat with Yoruba Gidi yesterday. Yoruba Gidi is still in court. Implicating Yoruba Gidi some more. Linking Yoruba Gidi more to that interview. The reason why they took him to court. Can you see how Funke is destroying people? See, if you are around Funke, you better run. Okay? Because Funke will throw you under the bus for her selfish reasons. Let me answer some of the things I noticed on some of the questions that were asked on Maureen's show this morning. Let me answer them then. I call it quit on this show. Amos Atabe, you're welcome. Maureen said Femi Jimoh was old. Didn't Femi Jimoh have a lawyer? Femi Jimoh could have approached his lawyer to write the court or to write to MFM to pay him, and they would have done that instead of the social media that you guys pushed him to. Even the chat implicated her and confirmed what I said, that Asabe shopped for Yoruba Gidi. She is very unwise. Exactly. Because Yoruba Gidi was saying it in that chat. Yoruba Gidi, don't let me put Yoruba Gidi into more trouble. Funke already finished Yoruba Gidi anyway. Madam Maureen, where is the Omo Babalawo? And why was Omo Babalawo's face, why was it veiled during the interview? You guys said there's a Ogbomosho, there's a Babalawo at Ogbomosho that the MFM former CSO used to patronize. Have you forgotten the address again now? And where is that by? You did not take his matter to Sahara Reporter, so. Because me and the Pastor Bawura and Yewande, we were at that burial ceremony that day, burial reception. You did not go to announce your papa's death on Sahara Reporter. So continue. Bolu, I just want to tell you, Bolu too called in on Maureen's show. Even on phone. Bolu, the loudest voice in the room is not the strongest. That you are loud does not mean you are strong. In fact, it was revealing more of your fear. There. Madam Maureen, you said Femi Ajibade was just a boyfriend. Please, you guys should tell Yewande's dad was just a boyfriend. Tell him to return the man's dowry. Funke, she is aproko with cruise, not apoko. Now, no, Bolu will be fine. Bolu will be fine. Auto Grace, Bolu will be fine. She knows how the matter will end, so she's just, and then she's been trying to resuscitate her YouTube page. She has switched on monetization. The money that she promised then, that was because of us. All of she mean victim, that it was because of we their victims. That she was monetizing. Fumigation money is no longer adding up. Her name is Aproko with Cruz, not Apoko. You still made that mistake this morning. Be warned. Funke said, me, I have nothing to my name. Funke, what do you have to your own name? Funke, what do you have to your name? You called me the unfortunate blogger. Funke, what do you have to your own name? Even the house you are living, eventually they go collect her now. Remember when you were filling the funds for, what do they call it that time? That interrogatory stuff that you were feeling something, and you were crying to me that, he said, Dr. Luka, I wanted to collect your house. I'm sure you won't be able to pay the fine. Go for me, that's Ilule. So that house will eventually, that house that you have in your husband's name will eventually be taken, and you also will have nothing to your name. At least me Ojegbese. Funke, I noticed that it pained you so much that your husband couldn't meet his banking target. You still came back on Auntie Adonis show to say it. You insult Dr. Lukoya every day, but you don't want people to talk about your own husband. The Lord's child. It says it shows these people are using MFM to cash out on social media. Yes, they will destroy anyone's name as long as they get viewership and make money. Yeah. That's why they raise GoFundMe. And apart from all those GoFundMe and the Zelle and the PayPal that they do, there are people within their inner caucus that give them money that they don't want people to know. People like Chi Fine Babe. Yeah. One day, I know you are watching me. I heard Maureen calling your baby daddy Olori Buruku. I'm sure you must have been smiling at that. Wọ́n pe bàbá ọmọ ẹ lólórí burúkú. Mama fẹ́yìn bí ẹran sísun. They are insulting him. O mọ̀ pé wọ́n ń bú. O mọ̀ pé wọ́n ń ṣépè fún. Ona go learn. And Madam Maureen, I'm expecting your message. Let's put the voice note Femi Jimo sent to me. Let's put it to AI test. He said they went to do AI. So AI also speaks Yoruba. AI also speaks Yoruba, Abi. Ejoko, mbe báwo náà yẹ kọrin yẹn náà? Kò yé wọn, yóò yé wọn lọ́la, àtòyè yín. Guys, I have one Owambe that I have to go. A friend of mine is burying his dad, and I have to go and eat amala. You know how many bad no? So I have to go and eat amala, gbegiri, and ewedu. You don't come back on top. This Oluwagba. Madam Abroko, you're welcome back. I'm actually about signing out. I have to go and eat amala, gbegiri, amala and abula. Yes. So I'll be coming around anytime soon to give you the updates. They may seek a garnishee order against her assets or properties to recover the fine. Forget the boldface she put on. Exactly. Lily Lizzie, thank you. Same here. So, just as President Tinubu usually says, enjoy your weekend. Bye, guys.